Something life-changing is happening right now in millions of homes across America, something most people are quietly ignoring, and it demands your immediate attention. What I'm about to share with you about Arnold Schwarzenegger's method, what he discovered, and what remains quietly proven may transform how you think about success, discipline, and what it truly means to build an extraordinary life. Stay with me until the very end because I will reveal what no one else is teaching you. And this could be one of the most important breakthroughs you experience today. Now, before I continue, let me ask you a question. What dream are you still chasing? Drop it in the comments below. I want to see dreamers from across this country and across the world speaking up, because this message is not just for one age group or one profession. This message matters no matter where you are in life. And if you value real transformation in these uncertain times, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, because this kind of message, the one you're about to hear, doesn't get shared often, but it might be exactly what you or someone you love needs to break through right now. I promise you, by the end of this message, you will understand something most people will refuse to accept. You will see a side of success connected to what Arnold actually practiced that the motivational industry is not showing. It will give you direction, hope, and perhaps a roadmap for what we all should be doing from here forward. If you want discipline, if you want results, if you want to understand what's really required for transformation, you are in the right place. We'll go through several points. Each point builds on the next. I will share things about what Arnold discovered, why it worked, what the reactions have been, how this reflects deeper patterns in human potential, and at the very end, the sixth point, the most important one, I will reveal what is really happening behind the scenes that no one is saying, something rare, something proven, something essential. Point one, what Arnold actually did. In brief, between 1968 and 1974, Arnold Schwarzenegger, then an unknown Austrian immigrant, executed what many consider the most systematic transformation in modern history. He didn't just build his body, he engineered his entire reality using a method he called the 6-month cycles. The reports show he divided every year into 2 precise phases, each with specific targets, measurable outcomes, and relentless daily actions. Immediately, reactions poured in from every side. Trainers, business leaders, psychologists. Many expressed fascination, skepticism, admiration. Some called it obsessive, others called it genius, most simply called it impossible. If you are watching right now and you believe discipline is more important than comfort, type discipline in the comments, because that's what we're after, not shortcuts, not half measures. I know many of you watch success content and feel that you are being misled by what gurus tell you. You wonder how much of what is being promised is reality, how much is hype, how much is manipulation, how much is truth. That doubt is heavy and it is righteous. We need to carry it because it helps us see clearly. In times like these, I encourage you to use something I call the 180-day transformation tracker. It's simple. 1 page per week where you write down what skill you want to master, what habit you will build, what fear you will face, 1 daily action, 1 weekly milestone. Do that each Sunday. It keeps you anchored, because when motivation fades, systems remain strong. But with systems, with quiet consistency, you find your power. So before we continue, I was wondering how I can help achievers in this community. I decided to create a resource that focuses on either daily discipline builders or long-term goal mapping systems. Which do you find more crucial right now? Comment either daily or long-term, as this will help us understand your current needs and how we can best support your transformation. Point 1 is the foundation. We are going deeper with point 2, what Arnold discovered and why it changed everything. So do not click away. The 6th point will open your mind. It may make you reconsider what you thought was possible. If you care about your potential, about your legacy, about the impact you want to make before you are gone, you will listen until that moment. Point 2, what Arnold discovered and why it changed everything. Listen carefully, because discoveries matter. When Arnold began his 6-month cycles, he made a statement that many of you need to hear today. He said, most people live their entire lives in preparation. They prepare to start, prepare to try, prepare to change. But preparation without execution is just sophisticated procrastination. Some people embraced that, others rejected it, some even tried to dismiss the implications of it. But what Arnold really discovered wasn't only about bodybuilding, it was about something larger, something that touches every one of us in this room, watching this screen, living this life. And unless we face this truth together, we will keep spinning our wheels in the same patterns again and again. Do you realize that action is the bridge between every dream you've ever had and every result you've never achieved? Without it, your goals are fantasies. Without it, your potential remains locked. Without it, even your best intentions become meaningless. Think about that. Think about your children watching you talk about change but never actually changing. That's not leadership. That's self-deception. Let me ask you, what's one thing you've been preparing to do for months, maybe years? Think of that one thing and put it in the comments right now. It could be starting a business, improving your health, learning a skill, even having a difficult conversation. Write it down, because once you declare it, you expose it to light. And nothing hidden in darkness can survive in the light. But here's the part no one wants to admit. Arnold's breakthrough wasn't just about one man getting results, it was a proof of concept. Proof that when systems replace emotions, when discipline replaces motivation, when consistency replaces intensity, human beings become unstoppable. That is why his method was not casual, it was not trendy, it was revolutionary. And I'll say it again, if we don't commit to systems now, dreams will remain dreams without form, without substance, without reality. Have you noticed the moment someone starts achieving real results, there are two reactions, inspiration and resentment? People love to watch someone succeed until the work becomes visible, then they step back, they criticize, they say that's not realistic. But let me ask you, if not realistic discipline, then what? If not systematic action, then when? If we wait for perfect conditions today, who will create the conditions your family needs tomorrow? Many of you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, beyond. You've seen decades of trying and stopping. You've watched programs started and abandoned. You've seen motivation rise and collapse. You know what consistency looks like. You know what excuses feel like. And you know deep down, when opportunity is staring you in the face, I'm telling you, this is such a moment. And if you feel that stirring in your chest, that recognition in your spirit, it's because your instincts are screaming that this matters. Do not ignore that voice. Now, this is only point 2. We are just beginning to scratch the surface, because the question is not only what Arnold discovered. The deeper question is, why are most people still failing despite having access to the same information? Why are we being distracted by complex strategies while the simple truth remains ignored? There's something very deliberate about that pattern. And if you think this is accidental, you're mistaken. That is why you must stay with me until the end, because in the 6th and 7th point, I will reveal exactly what really works that no one is telling you. It's not motivational noise, it's methodology, it's rare, it's life-altering, and it may help you and your family break through what has been holding you back. I want you to think of this. When was the last time you actually finished something important? Maybe a project, maybe a promise to yourself, maybe a commitment to your family, because people said, that's too ambitious. Did you finish anyway, or did you quit halfway? Tell me in the comments. Your persistence might inspire someone else watching right now. We're building a community of finishers right here, and someone may need your example today. Here's something you can practice tonight. Take a blank sheet of paper, write down the 5 results that you would never compromise on, no matter what obstacles appear. Keep it visible on your desk, your mirror, your dashboard. Read it every morning. Pray over it. That piece of paper becomes your compass. And when the world tries to push you into quitting, you will remember what you're building toward. That's how determination begins. That's how breakthroughs grow. This is why Arnold's discovery mattered. But discovery alone is not enough. Which brings us to something deeper, something you need to hear next. What does this moment teach us about commitment, about systems, about what your role truly is in your own transformation? That's what we'll explore next. Because without understanding your role, success won't survive the first obstacle. Point 3, your role in the 6-month system. Let's go deeper, because Arnold's 6-month cycles and the principles behind them are not just about personal achievement. They reveal something heavier, a question about your commitment, about your systems, about your role in this moment of your life. The truth is, if you're watching this right now, you are not here by accident. You were meant to hear this message, and before the end, you'll understand why. Think of it like this. Every person is handed a choice. Some choose comfort, some choose challenge, some choose transformation. We are living in one of those choice moments right now. Arnold's method was not only a training system, not only a goal-setting framework, it was a signal that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results when they commit to extraordinary consistency. And here's the uncomfortable part. You cannot simply hope for change anymore. You are either building systems or you are quietly building excuses. And there is no middle ground. Ask yourself, if everyone around you gave up on their dreams, would you still pursue yours? If your peers chose mediocrity, would you still choose excellence? If your own family told you it's not worth the effort, would you persist anyway? These questions are not theoretical anymore. They are real, and your answer determines your future more than you know. Tell me this in the comments. When was a time you had to persist even when you felt like quitting? It could have been in school, at work, in your health, or in a relationship. Share it below, because the more you write, the more others see. Persistence is not rare. Persistence is contagious. But here's what you must understand. Your role is not just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about what you demonstrate for others. If your children or colleagues are watching you talk about change without changing, they will think talk is sufficient. If they see you start and stop repeatedly, they will think quitting is normal. But if they see you commit, even in small ways, even when progress feels slow, they will learn that transformation is possible. Many of you watching are in the middle chapters of your life. You've started careers, built relationships, faced challenges, learned hard lessons. But I want to challenge you, your potential is not behind you. In fact, your experience, your wisdom, your understanding of what matters may be the exact foundation for breakthrough that you've been waiting for. If you walk away, if you give in to the lie that it's too late, if you believe the story that you have missed your window, then limitation has already won. Do not let limitation write your remaining chapters. And here's where it gets even more important, because there's something most people don't understand yet. Something about what really happens during transformation, something connected to the deeper patterns of human psychology, something no one is explaining clearly. That truth will be revealed later in this message. It is rare, it is practical, and it might just change the way you approach every goal you set from now forward. That's why I beg you, do not stop watching before the 6th point, because if you miss it, you may miss your chance to finally break through. Tonight, I want you to practice one thing. When doubt tries to stop you, pause and say out loud, I was built for this challenge. Repeat it until your mind accepts it. Say it when you face obstacles. Say it when motivation fades. Say it when you pray. That simple act reprograms your thinking to see challenge not as a problem, but as an invitation. And once you accept that invitation, your growth begins to accelerate. Tell me, do you believe you were built for this challenge? Write yes in the comments if you do. And if you don't believe it yet, be honest. Say, I'm learning. This is not about pretending. This is about being real, because honesty is the first step to breakthrough. Your role and commitment, those are the foundations. But what do they mean in practice? What can you actually implement? How can you live this out when life feels overwhelming? That's where we go next. Because if you don't know what steps to take, your commitment will remain theoretical. And theory, my friends, is the most expensive form of procrastination. Point 4, the implementation blueprint. Now let's talk about implementation, because commitment without action is nothing but a feeling in your heart, and feelings left alone accomplish nothing. If Arnold's 6-month system teaches us anything, it is this: if you don't start today, 6 months from now, you'll wish you had.